Hi, Bob Parsons here. We're going to talk about finger picking, and this is part 1. There should be a part 2. And let's deal with the right hand. Here we go. It's about as good as I can get here. Okay. The right hand. I read a book on classical guitar technique by Segovia, and I feel that what he had to say made a lot of sense, seeing as how he was considered the best in the world. And it was pretty simple. Lay your hand on your guitar. Notice the angle of my wrist is slightly down like this, and if you look at it, the angle of my wrist from the other way, this is kind of hard to do sometimes. You see, they're straight. It's bent to the guitar, just kind of a natural. If your hand's hanging over your guitar and you just drop it down, even if you're a ex-trucker like myself, your wrist should bend a little bit. Some of you guys out there are like iron, and but your hand should bend a little bit. You place your fingers on the strings. Your ring is on the E string, your middle is on the B string, and your index finger is on the G string. Now, this is what you shouldn't see, is gaps between your fingers. Close those fingers up, and if you have to, put a rubber band around here to keep them together. Or if you want to be radical, put a drop of super glue in there so your fingers act like one unit. I'm going to talk about finger picking techniques, and it's going to have to do with rolling your fingers, but there's what we're doing with our fingers is basically grabbing all the strings at once, or rolling that way, or rolling this way, or some kind of pattern. And you can see the fingers are bent like this. They're coming up slightly at the string, and you're bringing your finger towards the inside of your palm, just barely touching the fingernail and the meat at the end of the finger. What Segovia said in his book is that your fingernails shouldn't show over the top of your fingers, maybe just barely. My fingernails are kept at the top of my fingers, and I think it makes for a better tone. There's 2 guys in town, I won't mention their names, they're great classical guitar players. I can't stand their tone. They're all fingernail. They got these long mandarin-like fingernails. They epoxy all kinds of junk on them so they can stay long, and I think their tone is too brittle. And Segovia said you get good tone from the meat of your fingers and the slight use of the fingernail. Besides that, your fingernails last longer. And here's something I keep in my arsenal all the time. I keep a fingernail file in my little pouch on the side where I keep my knife and a pen. So, having said that about the right hand, then I'll let you look at the next clip that shows you what to do with it.